All right, good morning. Welcome back to Twin Stick Garage. So lots of work has been going on in the shop here. Blake at Flyweld Fabricate has been spending a lot of time here working on welding up the pie cuts that we got from Lyle Stainless to make the exhaust. So as you can see, he's already starting to mock it up there. And that's 5-inch exhaust, and he's also going to do 6-inch from the intake. So if you want to see more of the work that he's doing, go check him out at Flyweld Fabricate on YouTube there. But essentially the 5-inch exhaust is going to kind of taper up to 8-inch. We got the 8-inch straight pipes. And then check these out. I just picked these up from Lesco. Look at that. A giant pie plate cap for the top. Man, those are going to be awesome. But today, I'm not working on the Duke. I'm actually going to continue working on the Snowman trailer. So the Lesco truck show is coming up quick. It's not far away now. And I've got a goal set that I want to have this trailer and the Smokey and the Bandit Snowman truck at that show. So once I set my mind to something, I usually accomplish it. So that's why I'm going to keep grinding away on this trailer today. So what I did on the last episode, well, I guess in between the last episode and now, is I painted the silver underneath. I painted the brackets and the bars. You see I got a bit of a bend in that one bar I'm going to have to straighten out. And then I kind of got going. I got the silver along the bottom, and then I just kind of kept on trucking and painted silver along the top. And then I took a look at the movie and I went, uh-oh, the top of the movie trailer is black.
You egotistical son of a bitch.
Any guy that would paint his truck like this would go to a minister's funeral dressed in feather.
But then I looked at a few more scenes and it magically turned into the top inch or so being silver. So I guess that's the difference between the two trailers, is one has a silver edge at the top and one does not. So since I already painted this, primed and painted the top silver, I'm thinking what I might do is just use a masking tape and mask off a thin strip at the top before I paint the black. Well, it's the Hyundai Brown movie truck. I'm a big believer that it was a coffee black. It wasn't a true black, so that's kind of the color that I went with for the Snowman truck. And I'm going to do the same on the trailer. Now, of course, I actually fixed up the reefer shell in an earlier episode, if you go back a few weeks, and it's just been sitting here collecting dust, waiting to be mounted on the trailer. But it's going to be a treat when I get it on there. Dawn from Gratz Manufacturing has generously offered to bring out her forklift, because there's no way I can get this trailer into the shop to use the gantry. So she said, I'll just bring my forklift out and help you lift that into place. So I need to get the front of the trailer sanded down and painted that Hyundai Night Shadow brown. And then hopefully next weekend she can come out, bring the forklift, and we'll just lift it up into place, drill the holes, and bolt that on there. So that's going to be the goal today, to sand this down, hopefully get some paint down. The weather hasn't been too kind. It's kind of overcast today. They're predicting a little bit of rain later this afternoon, so it might not be the best day to do this, but I'm going to cross my fingers and see how it turns out. Lots of smoke lately from all the forest fires, so we could use a little rain to try and put that out. But yeah, I'm going to just kind of grind away on the trailer, see how far I get. I also, this is exciting now, I've actually ordered the Stagecoach scene wrap. It's going to take about 3 weeks to get that manufactured. And then I found a great guy by the name of Tony who does wraps professionally, and he came out and looked at the trailer, and he's actually willing to go through the effort to put the wrap on there. Now, he was like, oh, Mark, this is going to be a ton of work, because if you look close here, you got rivets and all the bump side. So he's actually going to have to press the wrap over. It's going to come in 52-inch wide panels or sheets, and he's just going to start at the back and hang the first one, press it all on there, and then he just grabs the second one, puts it in place. So it almost hangs like wallpaper and works his way all the way around. So I can't wait to see him get going on that, because it's instantly going to transform this, mediocre, average, run-of-the-mill 70s trailer instantly into the Smokey and the Bandit replica. So that's going to be a good episode. It's going to be coming soon. What I do need to do, though, is because he said the wrap is so thin that if he presses it over this, you will see the T and the A and the R. Like, you'll see these letters come through on the wrap. So that's another thing I need to do, is brush all of these off of there. There's a few, I mean, this trailer's got wear and tear, and I kind of like that. I'm not trying to make a, what would you call it, concourse perfect trailer. So I kind of like that it's got dents, and he'll just press those into the dents right around it. I'll have to smooth that out as well. But there's a few gouges that Blake has offered to weld up, because obviously we don't want to get any water in there. So a little bit of work to do before the wrap goes on there. And again, I'll have to paint the black around the top edge, black probably for the bottom 8 or 10 inches, and then black on the front. So with that, I'll stop yammering on and get working. Yeah. All right, before I get rolling, I have to show you guys this. So check this out. I was mucking around on eBay and I found this. I couldn't resist. So what I was thinking of doing with it was actually putting it up in the truck and replacing the brake spike with this. Now you gotta tell me what you think. I wonder, is it too big or is it cool, and should I mount it on there? I don't know, it's a little bigger than I thought it was gonna be. But a friend of mine goes, oh, I don't know, Mark, wouldn't be movie correct. So, but I couldn't resist. I love that it was gold and black, and it's just kind of matches this theme so well. But I don't know, it might be a little too big for behind the steering wheel. Or I wonder if a guy could make a pretty neat shifter out of it. Or where else could I put it? Maybe up here on the light? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Where should I mount this? So I'm just taking the rent me sign off of here. There we go. Yeah, so at least there's no damage there. I might get Blake to weld those holes closed as well. Again, just so we don't get any rainwater in there. And then taking a look at this mess, obviously some driver somewhere along the way drove into something he shouldn't have, and they put this patch panel in. But what I might try and do is, I mean, they just jammed in a bunch of silicone, so maybe cut this crap out of there, make that a little prettier. But just standing up on this 14-foot ladder, I mean, you get a sense of how big this side of this trailer really is. So I don't envy Tony at all for pressing that wrap over all of these huck bolts and all of these ribs. And then I was also looking at the top here. So I'm still debating what I'm trying to do here. So do I want to really try and copy that one trailer with the silver top, or just go with all black? Because Tony was mentioning, so the wrap comes basically from the sand to the sky. And then that's why we need the black edge around it and in behind, especially at the edges, because if the wrap doesn't go all the way to the edge, there'll be a little bit of black there as the undercolor. But if you notice, there's a gold pinstripe that goes all the way around. So I guess I could put painter's tape and wrap this edge, and then just put a thin strip of painter's tape there so it would be silver. But then there'd only be this much black, and this would be black as well, because Tony wants to start the wrap right at this edge so it's square. But I don't know if that's enough room. So if it's only this much black, where am I going to put the gold stripe? If I put the gold stripe there, it's going to almost overpower the black, and there's too many colors going on. So what I'm thinking I might do is just pivot and do the trailer that was at the beginning of the movie, and just paint this all black, and then maybe put the gold pinstripe right here, or maybe right in there. Yeah, it's a shame I went through all the trouble to paint it silver, but at least there's a base now, and I'll just throw the black or the Hyundai Night Shadow Brown over top. I think that's what I'll go with. All right, so the weather forecast is saying that it's supposed to be relatively decent this afternoon. So I thought I might as well, let's give her all away and see if I can't get this thing painted. So first up, there's some old letters from the CP or CN rail. It used to be a rail truck trailer. And there's a lot of old stickers underneath the paint. So I wanted to try and get those off. So I was going to try, I got this abrasive disc off from Princess Auto.
and I was going to see how well that worked taking that off of there. Now I don't want to use something that's too rough because it'll leave gouges in the aluminum. But we'll see if this works because I'm looking for something that does it in quick fashion. That's not too bad at all. Here, I'll get the camera a little closer so you can see. So there's the wheel I was talking about. And it does a decent job. Now, it'll probably still need to be sanded smooth, but it sure takes it off in a hurry. So I think I'll proceed with that and get these letters off of here. Yeah, that cleaned it up really nice. So that abrasive wheel worked just beautifully to get the old glue and the sticker off, and it didn't dig into the aluminum too far, so it was relatively soft. Of course, I wasn't pushing very hard. And then I think I got a 100 grit on here right now, and that's just smoothing it out nicely. So the high build primer should just go over that and make it like glass. Sweet.
Yeah, that actually turned out pretty decent. I discovered that I could actually run it in between the rails and get the top and the bottom at the same time, and then just cleaned up the middle. And then sand it down and ready for some primer. So that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm actually really excited about using this disc on the Peterbilt. I think it'll really knock what's left of the paint off in a hurry. Okay, so what's next? I think there's still some stickers on this side. Oh good, not as many. So just that tear one. And then it's on the back. I should go take a look back there. Yeah, a couple of old stickers. And focus. One more rent me sign. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard to take off of there. And just some more work. I need to get new LED lights, redo the wiring, redo the air lines, redo the cans. I need new slacks. And there's a bit of work that still needs doing. And I still need Hobbs mud flaps. I still don't know where I'm going to get those. There's actually a fan out there that figures he might be able to find me a set, but I sure hope so, because that's just the icing on the cake.
So I had a bit of a squirrel moment, and I thought, I wonder, because the silver overspray that I got on the tires here, I was kind of upset about. So I thought, I wonder if this stripping disc will clean that up. And sure enough, it does. So I was thinking about it, and I realized since Blake is out of town this weekend, if I really want to get this thing painted with the black edge all the way around and the black front and black back, I'm going to have to just seal this up with some short strand fiberglass, which isn't the most ideal solution, but it'll work. It'll work. Okay. Now I've used this stuff before. If you're a fan of the channel, big fan of this stuff. The Bondo Glass, Bondo, they're not a sponsor, I wish they were, because I go through tons of this stuff. But it's a fiberglass, short strand fiberglass reinforced Bondo filler. So it's not just
not just regular Bondo, but it's got that fiberglass to give it a little extra strength, and I kind of like that. So we'll just put a bead across there and stir this up. And I have to say this onion board has been pretty sweet as well, because my mixing boards would get so built up with a bunch of crap, and I know you can try and scrape it off of there, but you never get it all off. And then if you get little bits of hardened material, when you go to spread something smooth, it inevitably gets right on the edge of your spreader and then kind of screws up your work. So this, you just keep tearing off sheets, and it's a pretty slick deal. Okay, so we'll see if I can't just fill this. Well, I wonder if I should bend this out first. This is like the D Speed Shop bodywork class here. Okay, we'll try that. I'm not going to try and recreate the rib. Because again, as I was saying, I don't mind dents. I just want to close it up and then sand it smooth. Okay, pretty rough, but it'll work. Now I'm just going to go fill the holes in the front. So as I walk around this trailer, I keep finding more and more things I need to fix. So this was one of them that I've been wanting to fix for a while. As you can see, these guys are kind of bowed out. So I don't know if there was a load in there that wasn't secure and it came and slammed against this door. But I thought I'd just try and hit it with a hammer, which of course standing on a ladder is extra safe. A little better. Of course, I'm wrecking my nice silver paint. Now, the movie truck had, the movie trailer had just these inner two and didn't have these ones. So I could remove these, but I don't know. I might just paint the whole thing black. Masking these bars off is going to be just an absolute nightmare. So I may just paint them all black, but maybe I'll just mask off the brackets. We'll see. We'll see how ambitious I get. Okay, still a little tweaked. It's better. High-tech bodywork here, folks. High-tech bodywork. Making progress little by little. So that's smoothed out. I'm trying to fill in some of the some of the rust holes, but it's getting there. And it's just about lunchtime, so I think I might go in, have a quick bite to eat, and then come out here and attack this some more. Yeah, good. Oh yeah, I forgot I still got to fix that mess. Okay, so I've been up here doing a little bit of work, and the previous guy sure liked his silicone. We just packed in there. So now I straightened this out. I did this best I could with this. I'm going to drill a hole here and try and use it to pop out the dent.
So much fun working up here on a ladder. Okay, well, a little better. I guess what I'll do now is whip up a batch of fiberglass and try and fiberglass this closed. Alright, so I know that was probably a little unorthodox, and people that actually do body work for a living are already typing in the comments, but that was long strand fiberglass and it does not spread well. So what I ended up doing was I found just using my hands to press it in there like putty seemed to work a lot better to try and get in all the gaps and the openings. So again, that's long strand. It's a little more fibrous, a little more fiberglass in it. Now what I wanted to do was a fiberglass mat, but I realized I used all mine up on an earlier project and I haven't bought any more stuff. So I'm going to use this long strand fiberglass, push it all in there, let it harden, and then I'll grind it down, and then I'll do the rest with short strand Bondo, because that's a little easier to work with and I can get it a little smoother and hopefully get it to that final height and face that I'm looking for. So again, not perfect, not the best way to do it, but it's my way and it's going to work. Trust me. So I'm getting tired of running in and out of the shop to try and charge my Milwaukee batteries because I'm going through them like gangbusters today. So I thought, why not bring my Bluetti remote power station out here? And look at that. It charges it local. And it also charges my phone. So that thing's really starting to come in handy. So thanks again, Bluetti, for that. Okay, so I guess next up, I'll do a batch of short strand and just continue trying to build up that corner to get her back to where she used to be. Tired of going up and down ladders. So it's getting there. But man, it's sure eating into the day. I plugged in my Vivor polisher to the Bluetti as well, and it's powering it just beautifully. But I don't know, I might not be able to get to painting today, which would be a bummer because the weather's actually turning quite nice. So I don't know, I guess I'll let this harden up and then grind it down, and then probably one or two more iterations, and then it should be just about ready for primer. And then what I need to do is mask off. I guess while it's drying, I can start masking. I got to mask off the bottom 4 inches here and leave that silver. And then I'll paint this part black, and then if I overspray onto here, it doesn't matter because that's where the wrap will come to. And then I'll probably put that gold edge right in that little groove there. Oh man, what a ton of work. But it'll be worth it.
Great.